I've got breaking news now, and I have to say it actually surprises me. We have a statement from Donald Trump. He can't tweet, as you mentioned, because that's been closed. He has issued a statement through Dan Scavino. It's a statement by President Donald Trump on the electoral certification. Quote, even though I totally disagree with the outcome of the election and the facts bear me out, nevertheless, there will be an orderly transition on January 20th. I have always said we would continue and then it goes on. I don't have the rest of it. But he is now for the very first time, pledging an orderly transition on January 20th. This is the first time that Donald Trump has agreed to this idea. This is not a concession. He has not marginally conceded in this. He says, I totally disagree with the outcome of the election, and the facts bear me out. Nevertheless, there will be an orderly transition on January 20th. There's a little more to this, which I don't have, but Shannon Pettypiece probably does. She's been following this very closely. Let's go to Shannon. Shannon, what have you got?
Right. As you mentioned, Allie, not a concession, but acknowledging that the president will go along with the orderly, peaceful transition of power. That, there has been, our reporting indicates, a lot of pressure on the president throughout the day from many, many allies, including his closest advisors within the White House, to, if not concede, which they know he does not want to do, to acknowledge that come January 20th, Joe Biden will become the president. And that is what this statement acknowledges. Earlier today, I was hearing concern from White House aides, former White House officials, concerned the president might not even leave the White House. And that seemed to be a real concern at one point this afternoon. This statement is him acknowledging, I guess, at best, that he will leave the White House on January 20th, even though he will continue to maintain that he won the election, that there was the fraud and all the allegations, all of that will go on, but he'll participate in the peaceful transfer of power. So, I think that had been anticipated by those close to him, by White House officials, by advisors from the start, that at some point the president was not going to have to be removed by the Secret Service or whoever else there would be. And many aides and advisors have been talking to him about some sort of exit strategy. And there was this expectation that after a couple weeks, the president would begin to accept his loss and start to move on. And people were talking about his future. But rather than accept that loss, he almost sort of went in the other direction, sort of like someone who after a breakup all of a sudden starts sitting outside, their ex's house. He started going so deep down in the other direction that there did become this real concern among those close to him about whether or not he was actually going to leave or not. Throughout the day, again, as I said, as our reporting had indicated, there was a push for him to acknowledge that he would be leaving the office of the presidency. And this is his way of doing that, while again maintaining that he still won the election. This was all fraudulent. He's not a loser. He's still a winner, but leaving the office of the presidency come January 20th.
And I'll read the rest of it. It says, even though I totally disagree with the outcomes of the election and the facts bear me out, nevertheless, there will be an orderly transition on January 20th. I have always said we will continue I'll read the rest of it. We will continue our fight to ensure that only legal votes were counted. While this represents the end of the greatest first term in presidential history, it's only the beginning of our fight to make America great again.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.